I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA Review. Today is March 26th, Tuesday, 2024. Happy birthday, Pops. So, I'll try to make this video short, man. So yesterday I was mentioning I took this sell here, wanted to see if it would pan out and come down here where we are actually now, for it to buy back up, right? Buying in a discount, and it went up again. So let me try to make this simple, but as you'll see here, okay, so obviously that trade failed, right, and came back up. I didn't get no alerts or anything, so it wasn't panning out, but I didn't break even or whatever. So what did it do? So in the macro, there's two types of drives. You got the higher time frame drives, and then you got the lower time frame drives, right? And that's fractal as well, and we could talk about it all day. But in general, the purpose of this sell was to say, okay, we took out that liquidity there, right? And then we had this drive up after the displacement here, and I was talking about that range down here. So at if you watch yesterday's video, it makes sense. I'm mentioning this at the 22 minute and 27 second time frame on the video. So if you're not watching to the whole video, then you're just wasting your time. But anyways, so we get to drive one. I'm just showing on the 15-minute real quick. So drive one, drive two, drive three, and that's the purpose of me taking it. Now, could it have sold and I woke up here? That's what I was hoping for, but we didn't get that, right? So what is also can happen? Well, you could have three drives still coming up higher, right? So in that case, this would be drive one, this whole section right here, drive one. So there's three drives in that drive. Okay. And then we make that low, we make this high, we make this higher low. Okay, then we pop up, right? This was London. And London, this was going to be a fucked up day because obviously you see London pushing the way it did. And I can't show you on this screenshot, but just trying to show it to you logically before anything else is printed. But we make this next high right here, right? And well, let me just show you. So we make this high over here at 3 o'clock in the morning, right? Make that new high, and then it does not take out that high, right? So this would be Friday's high, right? So obviously building liquidity here, looking like resistance, pushing it down. All right, so that's the second drive. So ask yourself, all right, when we pull up, do we get a retracement? That's retracement one, right? That's why I was saying yesterday, I don't have high expectations for this going out. I should have just took the trade out because I had a feeling this would happen, but hey, it's just part of the game. So then shoots up. That's the second drive. See how we pull up and we pull back? That's another drive because what qualifies it? It at least has a pullback. It has some type of retracement. It bounces right off the open of the week. Told you this week would be the open of the week would be trouble this week, and then we came back and then we pull back up. See how we pull back? I'm sorry, we go up one more time. So that would be drive. This is kind of like drive one, range one, drive two, range two, drive three, range three. Now this is the finale. Generally, the range three is the finale, right? And then I want to see a crack. Crack where? Well, you're gonna get crack here. Take out that low, for example. This is live price, right? And then retrace back up, and then lower low, lower high on this side of the curve for the higher high to higher low. So in simple terms, higher low to higher high to higher high to higher low, and this is the schematic kind of for it, right? Let me go back to this. I want to make this short, but there's so much to talk about, and this was a shitty ass day, but it ended up panning out for trusting myself and all these other things. But man, the market's been kind of shady. Can't wait for it to get kind of better. But so I'm screenshotting this here. I couldn't. My wife had we had lunch together, so I actually took this on my phone. So I couldn't screenshot it when I first took it because I was on my phone. But I was out. But I did take it while we were together eating. But I ended up screenshotting here when I get back home. So this is now I'm hoping the power hour is gonna push it. So we've already got this liquidity sitting there. We have that imbalance sitting there. And then I've already discussed all this in the fucking previous video, right? Getting in here. So I screenshot it here. And then sure enough, we start coming down. The power hour pushes it down. I screenshot it here while we're in here because I need to focus. And I'm looking for this buy. Like yesterday, if you watched yesterday's video, I missed this fucking buy by 3 ticks. Not points. And not 30 points. Not 13 points, 3 ticks, right? So I was super fucking pissed, and I just hate screenshotting. So anyways, I screenshot it here, and then what do? We get 3 more drives, as you see. This is the entry when I took it. So we're down here, we get the 3 drives. 1, 2, 3, boom. This is when I take, and where are we? We are here. On the 15-minute, we are at this last down candle at the open. If you can refine this by looking at, well, you could see it in even yesterday's video. So when I was showing this area, what do you also have here, right? You have the imbalance sitting in here. It doesn't have to get filled, but at the same time, you have this last 5-minute, you can't see it on this chart, but 5-minute down candle with the imbalance, and it tagged in here, and then it bought. So now if you look at present time, without having to go to a 5-minute, I'll fuck it, might as well go to a 5-minute just to zoom in here. You can see the imbalance right there, these 2 down candles. And as you can see, I'm gonna try to scrunch it. You can see where we, you can see that, right? Yeah. You can see we popped in and we came about a little bit above 50, well, not a little bit, but just a little bit more, 50% of the actual candle. And that's good enough. I mean, that's what they wanted to accomplish. Now, I don't know if this trade's gonna pan out. Okay, I do know that it's gonna get a nice bounce to here, but I don't know if we're going to take out this low right here, and then I don't know if we're gonna take out this low here and then maybe come and bounce from here or here. I don't know. All right, and this looks kind of heavy, so this trade that I just took, I might want to take it out when it gets here because I know it's going to come at least, if I was to draw a line here, I know it's going to come to at least here. All right, for all the breakout artists. And right there, why is that color that color? So here, or possibly here, because this is where it broke out from, somewhere in this vicinity, definitely minimum here, right? So that's what I mean. So that's the thing I'm gonna have to deal with. Is this the big buy? I'm hoping it is, because I know we got big news tomorrow. I want to wake up tomorrow and be already up here, and then we kind of take off. Again, I don't know, man, but these are the ideas here. So this trade ended up panning out. So what was I gonna say? And to make this simple here, well, I've already explained all this. So the possibility we get this break here below, and then we retrace back up, right? And then we get, and then 930 that pushes it up, right? And it was chopping around for a while, man. So and then pushes down, right? Another lower low to a lower high, right? And this is what I caught right here. This is the trade that I just showed you. And then the purpose was that we got into this 5 minutes. So I can't show everything on a fucking screenshot or chart. But when this is popping in like this, we're tagging a 5-minute up candle right here. So to make this simple, this candle right here, this 10 a.m. specifically, this 10 a.m. 5-minute candle. So we pop right in there, and we're still kind of holding the gap as resistance, and then we're pushing down and so on. So, and lower low, lower high, right? Type of thing on this side of the curve, right? So rough start here. And let me see, I wanted to say something else, fuck. So I already told you, if this doesn't pan out, then you know why. Because I'm either, to keep this simple, I'm either buying from here or I'm buying from here, right? Like when it comes below this low, balances more, and then I'll kind of have to reassess then. But that's the logic. I don't like the trade I just took. I like it if I was to take it out right now as profit or up to here, cool. But does this pan out? I don't know. But this makes sense, right? It does make sense if we're very bullish and we're planning on going up. If we plan on keep fucking doing this shit, then obviously then we're coming lower. So we want to buy somewhere in this area, right? Because this got the data lows from the interest. You have that breakout artist right there and right there that pushed up through. No balance there. Does it have to? Not necessarily. They can do whatever they want. And again, we've been mentioning that price action kind of will be similar to this right here. And it does kind of look like that, but I'm hoping that they just rip through right up, only because I'm in the trade, obviously. But we've already came to 50% of this daily imbalance right there. You see that? So I don't know. We'll see if it pans out. And again, this buy up to here is a minimum. And then as you can see, I already showed you the drives coming down. That's how you could have got entered. So you could have refined it also. Instead of the 15-minute candle that I got, I could have drawn this and put it here, right? So when you see this, that's a little bit more reliable, but only because it's a very big ass 5-minute candle, right? It's not small. So that's how I would have attacked that right there, if you're wondering, instead of it being a 15-minute. But a 15-minute, I love the 15-minute because it's pretty nice. Even though you can expect it to come below it a little bit, like it did, it's fine. But and then in general, I showed you the 3 drives down, oversold. You know, all the key factors of a buy at the moment. And then let's take a look real quick at what was I gonna say? Dollar had was pushing up generally for most of the day. And I told you that yesterday that if it was gonna come closer to this gap, that it would push me out of my trade yesterday that I tried to hold. So, and I had a feeling it would do that. But you know, I'm not surprised or anything, and it's definitely worth the shot. And you know, it still was a good trade even if I took the profit there. So you know, you know, this is just the way it is. But I don't think we're gonna come hit that gap right now. I don't know. We might. So I'm actually, well, to be honest with you, I'm actually hoping we come back down and hit that gap. But because if we come back and hit that gap, that's gonna push us up higher for my trade. And even if we come lower, obviously that would be great. If we don't come below this low, then my trade's fucked, right? Like, you know, if we keep buying up from here and taking out that high, because this is obviously the target on the upside, besides that gap right there, all right? So I'm hoping that dollar doesn't go bullish and obviously turns around, but doesn't look likely. So if we do keep coming back more down, that's great for us to come back up for that trade. If we obviously keep going up, then we're going to definitely probably take out this low and come into here, which to be honest does make more sense. I'm trying to buy it right here because I was mentioning that this gap is a wick. This wick is kind of like a gap as well, and you can see it on the 1 hour, especially there. And so, anyways, yeah, man. I think I've talked a lot here, and then you had a couple divergent plays here. Obviously, with Dow as general. And then you had this one right here. You had 2 of them. So this, and then you had these 2 right here. What's it called? Was there? Yeah. Well, you had higher highs here, and I'm looking at this pretty much. But the grand scheme of it is really this in general. So you got a poke above here, and we got lower highs here. So from here to here, from here to here, and you don't really got that there. So it's higher highs here, right? So, and then real quick about the other assets. Try to stay on point here. And then of course they came down lower too. So I mean, it made sense for us to retrace, obviously. Sadly, I don't think we're done with retracing. No, and that sucks because my trade's a really good trade if it does pan out, right? You know, and then let me look. Well, do I need to say anything here? Yeah, I mentioned yesterday that S&P would come down here. I drew that zone right there. Remember that right there? See that? Empty space. Go rewatch yesterday's video. So we did come down here, and let's see if this is the buy. to push up. I mean, it's starting to not really look like it will be the one yet, because we could still range down. So where is Dow? And Dow is kind of ranging out like on a very small, ugly scale. This is kind of like when I made the Friday video, when I caught that amazing speaker. This is kind of like what it's doing. So, but it has already came down here. So we'll see if we find support here. But yeah, we might get some push down still a little bit. I don't think there's anything else I need to mention. All right, you guys take care and God bless.